Welcome to The Authority File. I'm Sabrina Coforth, editorial intern at Choice. If you're wondering why you're not hearing the melodic, authoritative voice of my boss, Bill Mickey, he's out grabbing coffees for the office. All custom orders, all with individual travel mugs. Godspeed, Bill. So while he's wrestling 18 burning hot drinks, I'll tell you that a couple weeks ago, Bill and Mark attended the Charleston Conference to chat with librarians and other specialists in the library world. While Bill slipped away, probably to one of the conference's many refreshment breaks, God, interns get no perks. Whatever. Mark invited any and all librarians walking by to sit down for a loose, informal chat, discussing anything from their own library successes to their plight in gaining open access materials. A couple of librarians jumped at the chance. One of them, Mary Ellen Sloan, you already heard on Tuesday's episode. Today's episode is with Suzanne Mangrum, an acquisitions librarian at Middle Tennessee State University. Mark and Suzanne discussed how last year's conference inspired her to fight for more OER materials in her own library, including starting a task force and drafting grants to jumpstart her mission.
Hi, this is Mark Dirks, and I am here with Suzanne Mangrum from Middle Tennessee State University, and she's going to talk about some initiatives that have been going on there around OER. So what's been happening at Middle Tennessee State?
I think it's more hope than
hope?
real at
All
this
right.
moment, but we are really hoping to pursue open educational resources for our students, and I think I got involved in this a lot because of what I heard at Charleston last year. Regina Gong at Lansing State, Michigan, and the work they're doing at SUNY and the work they're doing in the Alabama system, I was just floored about how much work librarians have put into OER and how it really dovetails with the student success initiatives on campuses all over the country. And when I went back to my own university, I knew it was something they wanted to do, but nobody knew how to get started.
Huh.
So
can I ask, what were the things that you did to get started?
I actually crashed a task force at MTSU that our associate vice provost was hosting with some general ed professors who taught at like university seminar, faculty learning and teaching initiative people, but they didn't really have the library as part of it. And I think we've helped them to see that we should be at the heart of it. We hope that we can help to train and help people select OER. I think OER is really a good fit for an acquisitions librarian for me because it's building collections, but there's a lot more emphasis on partnerships. It's a little new technology, but a lot of it's about partnerships. So that's kind of been the learning curve for me this year, is just get myself in with those people and say we have to work together to bring this to our students.
So who have you had to partner with?
I guess right now I mostly work with the vice provost and the provost. She has provided an audience. Next week I'll do a presentation for the Board of Trustees with another professor who's teaching gen ed to kind of present why we want to do this. And we've applied for a couple of grants. We're just very hopeful at this point that we're on the brink. We tried for a grant in the spring and we didn't get it. So instead, our library did a textbook affordability program.
Okay.
And we purchased any textbook, many copies of textbooks for any class in general education that had over 500 students enrolled.
Okay.
So that ended up being about 600 books, and it was around $17,000. But it was well received. It was very popular. It's our first semester. We'll do it again. But I also think it helps to see how much this is needed, but how buying a textbook that you'll have to replace does not really go far enough.
Right.
So I think in a way we haven't gotten to where we want to be, but we're able to tell the story, and I think slowly convince people.
Moving the needle a little bit.
Yes.
So if all goes well at the Board of Trustees meeting, what will be the result of that?
I would like to implement a lot of things I've seen other people do. At the Charleston Conference, we would like to provide mini grants for faculty so that they can convert their curriculum to OER.
Okay.
We would like to provide a faculty learning community opportunity, which gives faculty a small stipend to be a part of an OER discussion and kind of a presentation to a larger group of faculty of why we're doing this and what it would mean.
Okay.
And also, we're on the brink of a general education redesign at our school, so I think the time is just great.
Wow.
It will start in 2022 with formal rewrites of curriculum in 2021. So I think if we could really push OER in 2020, it could be the right time.
It could be there.
It could be there.
2022. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Great.
I'm full of hope at this
All
point.
right. That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for taking some time to tell us about it.
Thank you for having me.
We're happy to do it.
You just heard from Suzanne Mangrum of Middle Tennessee State University. If you enjoy this episode, let us know by rating or reviewing us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you think I'm a better host than Bill, then absolutely leave a comment. More importantly, if you want your own library story told, consider attending the ALA Annual Conference in Chicago this June. You can track down Choice's booth, offer some donuts, and I'm sure they'll say yes to an interview. If you can't wait until June, you can also email Mark Dirks at mderks@ala-choice.org, and he will eagerly reply. As always, if you think someone might be interested in this episode, or the Authority File in general, let them know. We appreciate it. That's all for this episode. Stay warm, and thanks for listening.